Let's go. Since having the S23 Ultra for almost a week now, I have been blown away by three key things. This is not a full in-depth review. We'll wait for the Christopher Nolan epic later on next week probably. Right now, this is the top three things that the S23 Ultra does better than any other phone. Now, as you can hear, I am absolutely choked up with the cold. I've got the man flu, but I wanted to make this video for you. So, in return, smash the like button, subscribe if you're not already, and I will be dropping much more content on this device, the Mix Fold 2, and many other smartphones, because this is smartphone season. Thank whoever you thank. Number one, battery life. The Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra takes 1 day battery life and just laughs in its face. It even looks at 2 day battery life and says, yeah, not today, brother. 3 days. 3 days of light to medium usage, you could squeeze out this phone. 2 full days of pretty heavy usage, and absolutely no way, and I put this challenge down to anybody, there is nobody out there that can kill this within a day. This phone, with its Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chip, is unbelievably efficient. Here's a screenshot here. As you can see, this is telling me I've got still over 2 days of battery left. At the point of taking a screenshot, the phone was charged the previous night, roughly 16 hours before. And when you look down a bit, you can see that the estimated battery life is 2 days and 18 hours. Now, for those in the know, that's 3 full days because, well, you sleep in between that time. And it is completely accurate. I've only had it a week and I've only charged it 3 times. And none of those times was it dead. The battery life is real. As mentioned, the 8 Gen 2 chip is obviously playing its part. The 5000 mAh battery is obviously playing its part. But when you combine the two together with all the efficiencies that One UI 5.1 brings, it's second to none, including the iPhone 13 and 14 Pro Max, in my opinion. Now, there are real life battery tests and they are out there, but let me tell you this, any battery test that is done will be on super heavy usage, and the S23 Ultra and iPhone 13 and 14 Pro Max are very similar. Sometimes the Samsung ones, sometimes the iPhone ones. Where the Samsung absolutely crushes everyone else, and this is super important for real life usage, is standby. When you're not using the device and it's just on the desk, in your pocket, wherever, even with always on display, I mean, I don't have enough time in my life to test this, but I can almost guarantee this wouldn't die after a week, 2 weeks, I don't know. The standby time is unreal. I've literally left it overnight and it's barely dropped 1% battery. Just mind-blowing. And that's with AOD on, by the way. Now, reason number 2 on why the S23 Ultra has blown my mind. The cameras. Now, the ultra-wide, the 3x telephoto, the 10x periscope zoom lens are super similar. However, they do get a slight improvement due to the new SoC, due to that Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. And the whole computational photography. All those lenses get a bump and it's noticeable. I mean, I'll flash up some random pictures here, quite a few actually, and I will be dropping a full camera test video and comparison with the iPhone 14 Pro Max. But here's a little teaser, here's some shots just now. The lens I want to talk about is the main 200 megapixel lens. Yes, you heard me right. It's a 200 megapixel lens. Obviously, when you dim that down and you're looking at the focal length, it's like a 23-24 millimeter lens at 200 megapixels. It's unbelievable. Full disclaimer? I don't know. But whatever word I'm trying to grasp, I'm being entirely honest with you. My iPhone 14 Pro Max has been in my pocket for 3 or 4 months, and I've maybe used the 48 megapixel mode and Pro RAW twice. The S23 Ultra has been in my pocket for a week, and I've used the 200 megapixel mode dozens and dozens and dozens of times because the pictures it produces are unreal. I want to show you something very quickly here. Let me get rid of these notifications. This is my wallpaper. Can you see that okay? Looks like a nice picture of a Highland cow. Yes, here in Scotland, Highland cows just wander around the streets. No, not really. This Highland cow picture was taken from, and I'll pop this up on screen as well, but I want to show you live while we're looking at it as well. Here. That is a painting within a window frame on a wall in a place called Crieff. From that, I got that. Let me just zoom in for you so you can see. No pixels, no resolution lost. That is unreal. Now, again, I'll show you this. You can see the screen recording going on just now. On 200 megapixel mode and in 50 megapixel mode, which is still outstanding, you can crop into any part of that, hit the little crop button, and you get a screenshot, a capture of that you can use to blow up into a big canvas or print. The amount of pixels you have is something insane. I don't even know how many tens of thousands it is. And it works. It's not just a gimmick. Do me a favor after this video, go into the Google search and just type S23 Ultra versus Pro camera. The results are outstanding, and this is just in your pocket. For £1,250, this is in your pocket. And again, I've put up pictures already, but the zoom lens is just outstanding. There's nothing like it on the market. And it's not for creeping, however you can use that, but nature photography. Me, with my dodgy eye condition, the fact that I can read a sign from hundreds of meters away by using my phone is super beneficial. Or see a bus coming from however far away. It's really, really, I don't want to go as far as saying life-changing, but it makes a difference. And 4K video on the front and back, 8K video on the rear with stabilization. I'll probably never use 8K video because you're not watching this on an 8K TV more than likely. But the fact that it's there and it now gets a bit more stable than, super impressive. Now the third thing I want to talk about, and probably the most controversial feature slash wow factor of this phone, it's the price. I know, stop, I know, this is going to be controversial. I am super well aware of this. But Samsung do the best trade-in deals imaginable. They also have the best pre-order deals. So if you're someone that was sitting with an S22 Ultra, and I'm not saying you should all run out and upgrade, but if you have got an S22 Ultra, Samsung are going to give you £600 for that. So that takes the cost of this phone down to £650. Do me a favour, add a case when you're buying this phone. Case is about £40. Automatically it'll take off £100 from your cart. So you're now down to £550 for the phone and a case. And we don't stop there because you're going to get double the storage. So the minimum 256 gig has now been boosted to 512 gigabytes. Yes, in this online exclusive colour. So I have an online exclusive sky blue Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, that's a mouthful, with 512 gigabytes of memory, 12 gigabytes of RAM, for just over £500. I challenge anyone to find me an iPhone 12, let alone 14 or 13, an iPhone 12 Pro Max, new, in box, not refurbished, for £500. You just won't be able to do it. So that was that. Just a quick top 3 things in my first week of using the S23 Ultra. As mentioned, I'll be doing a camera test, a camera comparison, a full review video. I'll be doing a lot of content on this, both recording using it for my videos in future, but also just doing videos on this device. There are an absolute ton of software features, bonus features, customization features, Samsung Good Luck on here. There's just so much you can do with the device, and it's so refreshing. iPhone are trying with the always on display. iPhone are trying to be able to customize certain bits in their widgets. I can't see a time or a world where the Samsung will ever be beat for customization. So as always, if you've enjoyed this content, you know what to do. And until next time,